Hello everyone, welcome back again to Debsy's Delight. How are we all doing? I'm sure we're all doing fantastic. Today I'm going to show you how to peel beans. I posted a very short video of how I make my akara on my Instagram and Facebook, and I got a lot of questions from you all asking how I peeled my beans, and I thought it's only wise for me to show you how. So I'm going to show you 3 ways of how to peel your beans, of which one of them is my favorite method and the easiest method I've found so far. So don't go anywhere, let's get straight into it. In this video, I'm going to use black-eyed beans to demonstrate how I peel my beans. But if you're using sweet beans or brown beans, make sure to spread it out on a tray to take out any foreign or unwanted particles. Sometimes you can find stones or some holes in some of the beans. I just don't want any particles at all when I'm using beans. So especially with the sweet beans or brown beans, I make sure to take out all the unwanted particles. In this side of the world, the black-eyed beans are normally clean, but please do make sure that it is clean wherever you are, okay? So for the first method, make sure to soak your black-eyed beans overnight. Rub it in between your palms, just like demonstrated on your screen, and that will help peel off the skin of the beans. So continue in that motion, and after some time you realize that the skin of the beans will peel off the beans itself. As you can see, this method is not really my favorite, I must say. I do have my favorite, which I'm going to show you in a second, so be sure to watch until the end. It does do the job. However, by the time you're done, the beans is all broken, but at the end of the day you're going to use it for something, so that's fine. The second method is using your grater. All you need to do with the beans soaked overnight, scoop some into your palms and rub it against the grater as you see on your screen. So keep rubbing until the skin peels off, but the only thing you have to take note of is that the pressure you have to apply has to be very gentle. Don't use a lot of force. Just a gentle push and the skin will come off. If you do it too hard, your beans will break and you will hurt yourself, okay? This is one of my favorite ones. Not really my favorite yet. That one is coming up. As for this one, the beans do not break like using your hand. It keeps the beans intact. The only breakage it does is that it divides the beans into 2, which is perfectly fine. So as you can see, it's peeling off beautifully. So keep going in that motion until all the skin is off. I'll show you towards the end of the video how I separate the beans from the skin, as I wanted to show all 3 methods before doing that, as it's the same method you use to separate. So please keep watching, okay? Now onto my absolute favorite method. You use dried beans. Be sure not to soak the beans, okay? If you soak the beans, this method will work, but your beans will break really bad. So all you need to do is to add some water to the beans and soak it for just a minute or 30 seconds, okay? Not more than that. Once the time is up, transfer it to your blender, ensuring there is enough water to totally submerge the beans. At this point, all you need to do is to pulse the blender, meaning you go in a motion that you turn it on for 3 seconds and then back off, 3 to 5 seconds and then back off, just as you see, okay? Don't blend it as if you're blending any other ingredient, or else it will break your beans or it will even blend it. So be sure to pulse it, just as you see on the screen. And my lovelies, is magic. No hustle, no bustle. Your beans will be peeled in less than 5 minutes and you're good to go. Try this and you will definitely thank me later. That is it. It's done. So simple, hassle free. Who doesn't want easy stuff? Now to separate your beans from the skin, and this works for all 3 methods, transfer the peeled beans into a big bowl and add enough water. Once you do that, you realize that the skin of the beans will float to the surface of the water. Use a sieve to capture the skin of the beans and to prevent it from clogging your sink. Now once you do this, sometimes some of the beans will fall into the colander, which is one of the good things of using the colander. Just take it out and transfer it back to your peeled beans. Repeat the process by filling it with water and allowing the skin to float onto the surface. Get rid of it until you separate the beans from the skin. Remember, the goal is to get all the beans cleared of the skin. So once you repeat the process and there is some left behind, just cherry pick it, take out all the skins from it until you get a clear and beautiful peeled beans, okay? As you can see, we are almost there. All I'm doing now is to cherry pick the ones that still have some skin on, or the skin stuck in the beans somewhere. I'll just use my hand to take them all out until it's all skin free. Remember, this is the exact process you have to repeat for all 3 processes or ways. Once you've peeled off the skin and you want to separate the skin from the beans, okay? My favorite one, as I mentioned before, is using the blender, as it's hassle free and it keeps your beans intact. Just look at that on your screen. In the end, I'll show you the outcome of all the 3 processes, and please be my judges. But the good thing is, if you don't have any of the gadgets or any of the methods I showed you, you can always use one that suits you most, okay? So as I said, I'm going to repeat the same process for the other ones and we'll be good to go. In the end, look at that. This is the one I used the blender and it's intact. It's not broken at all. And the good thing with this is, because I didn't soak it, the bean still retains majority of its nutrients. You can always also store some in the freezer by popping it into a freezer bag, and you can store this for up to 2 months. When you peel the beans and it's time to use it, soak it for about 2 hours, not more than that, because 2 hours is enough for you to use it for whatever you're using it. Because if you soak it longer, it means it's going to lose some of its nutrients, and the goal is to retain some of its nutrients. So this is for the blended one, as the ones before was soaked overnight. In the end, I'm displaying all 3, and this is the one I used, the blender. You can see that the grains are still intact and it's just beautiful. I love this process. This is the one I used, the grater. The grains are intact as well. If I didn't have a blender, I would definitely go for this one, as it peels the beans beautifully without a lot of hassle. And this is the one I used, my hand. All 3 work, broken or not, you're still going to use it anyway. So just choose the one that works best for you and you'll be good to go. Watch out for some of the recipes I'll be creating with these peeled beans, okay? With these peeled beans, you can make a lot of recipes, so watch out for my next videos for such recipes. And if you do try any of the methods, do let me know which one you find the easiest and your favorite down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. I love you all, but God loves you the most. Bye for now.